So, Diana Taurasi was benched. She was benched. Do I think Diana Taurasi is going to play in the second half? Yeah, I do. I'm making this video currently during the game. It is halftime. And Team USA, I mean, this is what we expected. This is what we really expected from Team USA. This is what happens when you just go, no, we're going to win the game. Screw politics. This is where Cheryl Reeve just goes, no, we're facing WNBA players. I'm facing Sandy Brondolo. We could lose. We are the Minnesota Lynx. We might have to face her for coaching the Liberty in the WNBA finals. We're facing Sandy Brondolo. We are taking this seriously. And there was no politics today in the team they've been running with. And they have been killing it. I mean, absolutely killing it. But before we get on, if you guys are interested in men's basketball, we're trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of the day on this Mick Hoops channel. If we do get to 100 subscribers, I'll upload a second video. If I get 100 subscribers, I'm going to Leeds, hence still wearing the Leeds jersey to watch our first game of the season. I'll have a second video as soon as I touch down. But if you look at Team USA, you look at the way their minutes are. You might be saying, what do I mean by politics with Chelsea Gray? She's their best point guard. She's their only point guard. She is by no means the best point guard in the WNBA, but she is their only point guard. Kat Copper coming in 7 minutes, hit a big three, by the way. You might be saying, oh, they're up 18. How is a big three a big three? But she hit that three when it was a 4-point game at the end of the first. This was a ball game. America went, look, they're not losing this game, which is why I'm cool with making this video. They're winning by 30. But Team USA went and got a little bit of a lead, and then Australia pulled them back. And then the lineup of, I think it was Alyssa Thomas, Kat Copper, Brittany Griner. By the way, Brittany Griner has been unbelievable this Olympics. Even though it's only 5 minutes, when she just comes in, she affects the entire team's defense. She affects what the rest of the team do. But you can see here, Diana Taurasi playing 0 minutes a game. Minutes in the first half. And good. Honestly good. The lineup of, it doesn't really matter who else you run. You just run Breanna, Steward, and Angel Wilson. Chelsea Gray did what she's meant to do. She walked up the floor. She threw a couple of nice throw-ahead passes on the break. And she walked up the floor and passed the ball to these two players. That is what her job is. Her job is to pass the ball to these two. I thought Fee Collier was brilliant. I thought she was absolutely brilliant. But it just shows, when you're going to pick a team to win a game, and not, oh, we have to play Taurasi X amount of minutes. This team can be absolutely devastating. They can be devastating. And the crazy thing is that, look, Australia aren't anything brilliant. They're not this spectacular team. But Team USA can be. They really, really can be. But Taurasi on the bench did not look happy. At halftime, she did not look happy whatsoever. But, she can't complain. She can't complain. She's been stinking it up this Olympics. And in fairness, Chelsea Gray's done her job. I don't think she's been good this Olympics. I think she's going to be off. I think she's going to try play through whatever injury she has. And I don't think she's going to be good for the Aces throughout the year. But I do want to make this a point. It is actually impressive how effective Chelsea Gray has been, despite how clearly injured she is. And she has been the best point guard in this team. Sabrina came in, played a bit at the 2. Kelsey Plum didn't do much when she played. But with the way the Australia team were, they don't need to worry about the pace or the ball movement. You don't need to worry. I think against Belgium, with Julie Van Loo, with if they face, or obviously with the way Emma Messman passes and the way everyone cuts off Emma, I think they're going to have to run a very different lineup. Obviously, you keep these two in. You keep Jackie Young in, who's been exceptional since being a starter. You keep Fee Collier in. I think you probably have to play Kelsey Plum the majority of the minutes to 1, just because she has that ability to just be a nuisance for the Belgium team. And if you're playing France, where they're going to have Gabby Williams, they're going to have Maureen Johannes. Maureen Johannes is going to cook whatever guard they put in front of her. So you just pray. You just pray when it comes to Maureen Johannes. But yeah, it's crazy to see USA finally looking like USA are meant to look. On paper, this Australia team should be the best team they play, player for player. Christy Wallace, oh, I feel so bad for her. She's just so bad at basketball. She hasn't done anything really wrong today. She's just terrible. Alana Smith's been quiet. Like, Alana Smith's a borderline all-star. Ezzy Magbegor should have been an all-star this year. Sammy Whitcomb's a really good player. A really good WNBA bench player. One of the better bench players in the WNBA. Again, Lauren Jackson's 43, but like, she still is pretty good. Jane Melbourne is good. She's a good player. She's been good for the Mystics this year. Steph Talbot's come in as a starter for... the Sparks have been pretty good. So, this is on paper the best team. And they've got Sandy Brondolo coaching. And Team USA went out to blitz them. They did not care. Screw politics. Screw politics. We're winning this game. And it's working. It is completely working. So, got to give Cheryl Reeve some credit. Because she's picked a good squad. And she hasn't politicked Diana Taurasi into the starting lineup. Like, that's probably not easy to do. It's probably not an easy thing to do to bench Diana Taurasi from the starters. But it's probably an even harder thing to do to bench Diana Taurasi for an entire half of basketball. And you saw what happens when your bench lineup is Greiner, Alyssa Thomas, Copper, Lloyd, and one of these two. Like, that lineup is incredible. And you can see, that's what everyone was saying at the first couple of games, that the USA's bench lineup looked better than their starters, even though their two best players were on their starters. I'm not going to go out there and say they look way better with Chelsea Gray on the floor than not, like, but they look good with her on the floor. Like, she's not going to... You can have one defensive liability and one kind of speed liability on the floor just because it's offset by her playmaking. Like, when Chelsea Gray is on with Jackie Young takes the hardest assignment on the guard. Then their three forwards are going to take tougher assignments. It's harder to target them because what was happening is that because Taurasi couldn't take the toughest guard on defense, Chelsea Gray was having to take the toughest guard, and they were attacking Chelsea Gray to start games. And she's been playing much better since they put Jackie Young beside her, because you can have one defensive liability on the floor, you can't have two, which is the biggest problem with the Fever, to be fair. Taurasi's shooting is nowhere near as important to this team as Chelsea Gray's playmaking, so she can be a net positive on the floor without Taurasi. The team is just better. I think the team's much better without one of them. You can't play both, and it's not an easy thing choosing Taurasi to be the player to bench. So I'll give credit where credit's due. I will honestly give credit where credit's due when it comes to Cheryl Reeve. This was a ballsy decision, and the fact they're up 20 at halftime means it's a ballsy decision that paid off. So yeah, that is pretty much it. This video will be up a little bit before the game ends, and we'll be talking about how the game went a little bit after that. So that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.